This time, we present to you Fundamentals of Interpreting, Listening in Interpreting, Episode 1.
本期節目內容為傳譯基本知識之傳譯中嘅聆聽技巧第一節。
This podcast is prepared, recorded, and produced by Dr. Janice Pan. The jingle is produced by Mr. Matthew Tong. Copyright of this podcast belongs to Interlink.
本博客由潘君博士撰稿及錄製 ，Jingle 由唐毅先生提供，版權歸全心傳譯所有。
Fundamentals of Interpreting. Hi, in today's session on the Fundamentals of Interpreting, we will introduce to you skills of listening in interpreting.
My name is Janice Pan, Supervisor of Interlink.
As we know, listening is a very important part in interpreting. It is, as a matter of fact, the first and crucial step in this entire process of interpreting. Failing to hear what the speaker says, you have nothing to interpret. Therefore, to be a good interpreter, to start with, you have to learn to listen attentively, comprehensively, and actively. The first thing to bear in mind is, listening and interpreting is different from language learning. In language learning, you listen to people with standard pronunciation. You want to hone your listening skills in that language, and you listen to, again, that language. Words, syntax, grammatic structure of that language. In interpreting, you listen for the purpose of communication. You focus on comprehension of not the language structure, but most importantly, meaning. For example, in language learning, this is probably what your listening exercises sound like.
Food is medicine. Food is fuel. Food is love. Food is life. Food is a four-letter word. Food is my passion. Food is thy medicine.
This is my friend Donald Wu's reading part of my poem, A Free Birth of Food. When listening in language learning, you may be asked to choose the correct pronunciation. Is it food or food? Yes, food is the correct pronunciation. You may also be asked to answer multiple choice questions, such as, what is not the original statement in the poem? A. Food is love. B. Food is life. C. Food is passion. D. Food is a four-letter word. The answer is C. Food is passion. Because the original statement should be, food is my passion. In interpreting, you may need to deal with speeches like this.
did a very good job, but I can't judge the quality of your interpreting because I don't speak Chinese. But the information that you and Vicky both gave me is very clear. I had no trouble understanding.
This is my friend Donald again, commenting on our students' interpreting delivered on the Interlink Traditional Chinese Medicine Interpreting Day. We can hear that Dawn has some internet connection problem in the case. But what is the message here?
But the information that you and Vicky both gave me is very clear. I had no trouble understanding.
Yes, Dawn is praising the interpreter's performance, indicating they are doing a good job. So can you figure out what may be the word missing?
But the information that you and Vicky both gave me is very clear. I had no trouble understanding.
This is the time you use your word knowledge. According to grammatic rules, the word after extremely should be an adjective. According to the next sentence, I have no trouble understanding, then it must be a positive word, such as extremely useful or valuable. Let's listen to Don again when he's back online.
I will answer again. The answer is I'm very pleased with the performance of the interpreting. I had no difficulty understanding either one of you. The explanations you gave were very clear, and I know what I'm supposed to do.
Yes, so it can be extremely useful or valuable in this case, right? In this episode, we learned that listening in interpreting is different from listening in language learning. We should focus on phonetics in strings and focus on, most importantly, meaning. Also, in interpreting, you are not always listening to standard pronunciation. In the next episode, I will introduce skills on how to focus on meaning in interpreting. Thanks for listening to our podcast, Interlinkcast Community Interpreting 101. For more podcasts, please visit Interlink website.
如果你對我哋其他嘅播客有興趣嘅話，歡迎瀏覽我哋全心全意嘅網站，然後收聽。多謝大家今日嘅收聽，傳譯完美，傳譯完美，傳譯完美。
This podcast is prepared, recorded, and produced by Dr. Janice Pan. The jingle is produced by Mr. Matthew Tong. Copyright of this podcast belongs to Interlink.
本播客由潘君博士撰稿及錄製 ，Jingle 由唐毅先生提供，版權歸全心全意所有。